Over at channel 35, HND the hand, and today we are going to continue my new commander deck search, just to bring up where we left off. I was considering Tyvar here, maybe Frodo. Oh boy. Sauron's Bane. Alright. It's not Frodo P. It's Frodo S. Okay. Eowyn. I guess Kinnan. Yep, Kinnan. So, whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. So you can do some pretty unfair things with this. You could play pretty much everything that costs 1 or 0 to add an extra mana to your mana pool. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, we're right here on this page, and here we are going to continue. So let's see. I think this one was good. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, gains vigilance and haste. That's pretty easy to do. Only costs 5. Whenever attacks, look at top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary creature card from among them. Put the rest of them above your library in a random order. Until end of turn, you may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. So that's absurd. Just saying. That could be your commander too. I don't see a reason, like a pretty much guaranteed 5-drop to put a legendary creature directly into play. I can't see that as a bad thing. That would absolutely meet like the high level power level requirement. Has haste. So as long as I have 1 or fewer cards in hand, which shouldn't be hard to do. So let's grab that. It only triggers on attack. There's almost no downside. So we got a little red white. It's also red white, and it is 3 attack legend. Top of your library. That's pretty crazy for 5. It's pretty crazy for 5. Okay. Also at 5. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Draw a card. Then you may discard any number of land cards. When you discard 1 or more cards this way, deals twice that much damage to target creature. So you're drawing like 2 cards. So enter the battlefield, attack for 5. Does damage to a creature, which is mediocre, but the overall effects are still crazy. If you're playing these colors. Not a commander, but definitely in consideration. So like that's just crazy for 5 mana. First strike, Manos. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. Oh my god. If you don't, create First Mate, Ravagan, Legendary 2/1 Monkey Pirate token. Does this token give you Ragavan's abilities too? Because if it does, that is extra insane. Let's find out on Gather. It's already really good because your first instant sorcery spell is turn you cast. You may cast a spell with lesser mana value, and boom, for free. Pretty crazy. Let's say simple. It doesn't really say. I guess we could look up March of the Machine tokens and see what we get. I'm assuming you don't, because that would be nuts if you actually got Ragavan's ability off of this card as well. Let's just go to TCG Player. That might make more sense to just go to TCG Player, get tokens. And March of the Machine. Right? Is it Aftermath? Or no, it's just March of the Machine. Okay, so on March of the Machine, and this time around we only want tokens. There's really that many tokens in March of the Machine? Oh, there's ridiculous alternate art. Okay. That's an obscene amount of tokens for one set. I suppose it's gonna say Ragavan. Jeez. Or there's like minute differences between these elemental tokens. Oh, here it is. First Mate Ragavan. So it's literally just a legendary monkey pirate. Alright. Well, we tried. What's the other side? It's a Thopter. Okay. First Mate Ragavan. That doesn't work in Gather for some reason. Okay. First Mate Ragavan. No, only brings you here. Well, either way, you get a 2/1 for free. It doesn't do anything extra, which is fine. But so free instant sorcery spell with lesser mana value every single turn. Each turn. So on your opponent's turn too. That is a probably 2 to 3 mana value deck for the most part. Super quick. Even if you're just playing a draw spell, like you play a 3-drop draw spell and then the next spell underneath is free. If anything, that should probably be like the model. It's like, let's see what some other people are playing. It's probably Storm. It's probably like Jank Storm, but I don't feel like playing Jank Storm. Let's just try Goldfish. March of the Machine. Dex. You know what? Deck search. This is gonna be Commander for a whole year. Commander and search. Creatures. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Grand Trample. Prowess. Young Pyromancer. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yes, I get it free from my hand and my graveyard. So it's just a weird way of doing flashback. I'm not saying there isn't a crap ton of synergy here, but let's see what the spells are to make this worthwhile. Oh, bribery, like the old new bribery. First strike, opt, serum visions. So you probably guess all of the lower end stuff. Why would he play shock? And I guess it's technically repeatable and free, but register artifact. Impulse. 4 damage to a creature you don't control. I mean, I know you have to play 1-drops and 2-drops in here, but Raven form, yeah, you probably have to play Raven form. Definitely not thrilled by this. Definitely not. What else we got going on over here? Anything better? Because that was kind of crap. Why are we playing with commons and uncommons that are bad? Alright, we're not gonna look at that. So, alright, I know it's amazing and lets you play 3 spells from your hand without paying its mana cost. Yeah. So there's that. Let's just move on. I know Vorinclex is ridiculous. And battlefields, which your library put 2 forest cards, and put in your hands. So you draw 2 cards. It's 6/6, above the curve, has reach and trample. And then for 8, exile Vorinclex, turn the battlefield transformed. And does crazy ridiculous things. And maybe I could find a way to put this in my mono green deck. I don't know. Mill 10 cards, put up 2 creature cards from among them. Mill cards onto the battlefield. That seems like it's worth it. And it only gets better as you go down. So, yep, does crazy stuff. Grants card advantage. What else doesn't it do? Grants 7 counters. It's on a turn, creature you control gain. This creature fights a creature you don't control. Exile the Grand Evolution, then return to the battlefield front face up. So you eventually get Vorinclex back, and you get 2 more lands. It's kind of nuts. Not gonna lie, that's super duper nuts. Okay, I guess I'll just toss that in the kind of nuts card pool. Down there. Eventually these will migrate up to the top. Let's see, 3-drop, 4/5, also white. Reach, lifelink, or another non-token Hydra control dies, create a 3/3 white fraction. Reach and 3/3 with lifelink. So it turns into Wormcoil Engine. I guess you can't knock that. Again, I don't know what I'm playing that in, but it exists. It's crazy, and it's white green. So let's see. Is it commander though? Probably not. Oh god, Urbrask. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Urbrask deals 1 damage to target opponent. Add red. Okay. So every spell adds an extra mana. Exile Urbrask and return to the battlefield transformed. Activate only as a sorcery and only if you cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn. Well, that might be a little bit difficult, but probably not. So deals 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. I couldn't care less about that. Create 3 treasure tokens. That's whatever. Until in turn, you may cast instant sorcery spells from any graveyard. If a spell cast this way, will be put into a graveyard exile instead. Okay, well I guess the payoff is the 3rd one. But the initial ability is nuts, nonetheless. So that's just pure red. Like that's nuts. And yeah, you play that in the Brawl deck that we were looking at 2 seconds ago, and make it actually good. And you're probably storming anyway. Like, you definitely would want to incorporate some kind of storm effect because you're playing probably around 3 spells a turn. Heck, that could be your commander too. You can just play mono red and just spam spells out. Yeah, let's check it out. Urbrask. Sure, that could be commander for right now. First deck. What do we got? Don't be hot garbage. Don't be hot garbage. Let them gain control of Humbled Defector and then you probably just kill it, so. Yeah. Yeah. There's more than one thing that adds red. Whenever you cast a spell, add red until in turn you don't lose mana as steps and phases end. Creatures you control can boast twice during each of your turns. I don't know what that does, but... Or you could do Horn of Bounty and discard a card and get 2 cards, but... You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. When Leyline Tyrant dies, you may pay any amount of red. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. That's not bad. Gamble, Lava Dart. Why would you play Lava Dart? Because it costs 1? You would probably play Overmaster just to draw. This probably want like Pure Storm or something. Got all the rituals. Feels weak though. I don't see myself playing something like this. It feels really weak. Like I really don't need to spam spells. Alright, let's do not do a goldfish search. Let's do a EDH rec search. Goldfish can be really limiting sometimes. Alright, EDH rec. Yep, Urbrask. Let's do Dex. Price sort. That's straight mono red still. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Dreadhorde Arcanist. You may cast an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to its power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If exile instead. So yeah, stuff like that. Tax, treasure token, treasures tap for 2. Whenever another non-token dragon is battlefield under control, create a 5/5 dragon. Yup. Magnus of the Moon, absolutely. You're playing mono red. Ragavan, yeah, this is way more in line with something I would play. Control a court, huh? I don't really want to draw 4 and discard 3 at random. That's pretty terrible, but I guess if you're really pushing your red draw, you would consider that. Same thing with Goblin Lore over there. Oh god, you're playing a recoup to possibly take advantage of that. I don't know. I just don't see mono red working. It's even with this, even at this power level of this deck here, I don't see that working. Let's go back to Goldfish for a minute and just do main deck search. Pyromancer mid-range. Oh, I probably should choose format. Yep. Commander. The Red Scare, huh? 7-Eleven. Garbage probably, but it was foretold. Yeah. Oh, Sauron, of course. Really? We're closing that. Yeah, this thing. Attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Then, if you have 11 or more cards in your hand, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. I tried to put this together previously. It didn't pan out just because it just wasn't good enough. Getting to 11 cards is difficult, to say the least. What kind of crazy power draw are we? Synergy draw? Anything? Gutter Snipe. Gassing a instant source spell, get a treasure token. Yeah. How am I drawing to 11? Brainstorm. Opt. Ponder. Preordain. I mean, I guess. Even more draw effects. Probably not. Probably not. They're not even playing the good blue spell. like the absolute have to play good blue spell. So that's a no. Let's not look at that. No, wait. Foretell. No, I'm not playing sagas. That's not worth it. Sauron. That's probably worth it, but yeah, it seems like garbage. They're playing Charmbreaker Devils. Cost 6. No. Let's see. Alright, let's get off Orbrask. Eltai. Enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards exiled this way without paying the mana costs. Obviously, Eltai is amazing. Couldn't play it in my current deck because that deck is red, blue, black. So it's 11/11 trample, indestructible, and poison, and a good ability. So that is a bomb that you would play. Alright, Shieldred, probably ridiculous. As menace. Enters this battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. I was thinking about this for enter the battlefield. Obviously, I couldn't do it in red-white, but red-white-black. And it's questionable what the commander would be in red-white-black. But if I could do enter the battlefield like this, that'd be worth it. 8 or more cards in their graveyard. That's not difficult. Each opponent destroy up to 1 target creature and their planeswalker, so it's repetitive destruction. Each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards, so you're probably doing graveyard return. Put all creature cards from all graveyards on the okay, on the battlefield under your control. So it goes ba-boom. That's what it does. Ba-boom. I could technically play this in my current deck if I could find a spot for it. I mean, the only problem is I'm already playing the other Shieldred, which is better. What was this? No, literally just Shieldred. I don't know why it's going to the flip side, but it is. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Deals X damage, target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana value. So you deal damage to your opponent. Beginning of the combat on your turn, return up to 1 target artifact or creature from your graveyard to the battlefield against haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step, which is, I guess, okay. It's technically really good because you can enable it, but I don't see this in any current deck, but definitely powered. So it meets the is it crazy requirement? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, sideboard. Draw a card, discard a card, cast a legendary spell, untap, do it again. So probably you're drawing 2 cards and discarding 2 cards. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona, Chandlarian Obliterator, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield under your control, otherwise you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That's kind of crazy. So even if you purposely damaged your own creature, you would get to play something free from your own hand. Yeah, I don't see any downside to that. I could technically play this in a current deck. It would only work as the draw discard for quite a long time though. Because paying 6 for that is expensive. I don't know. Definitely worthwhile playing. Just because of the space it saves you in a deck. It saves you a ton of space. It's like, I need to draw. Okay. I need to also play Phyrexian type obliterator-ish stuff. I don't know. It's worth it. It's worth it. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. Okay. Return to the battlefield, transform control, activate only if you have 7 or more cards in hand. That's not difficult to do. You know maximum hand size as long as you control the great since it's this. Well, you're going to control it for like 3 more turns probably. So, return all non-effective creatures out of hand. You cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana. Wow. Okay. Again, I could play this in current deck. As Ward 2. I don't know what creature spells I'm going to playing for the draw, though. That's the thing. It's still ridiculous, don't get me wrong. Oh, wrong one. The sideboard card pool. Return enchantment from graveyard to hand. I don't know. I mean, it could greatly reduce the cost. If you get it to this side, you could have both players draw, I don't know, 5 cards and then play something crazy on your turn, super cheap. I mean, I don't see a downside. I just don't see enchantment focus being a theme in any of my decks currently. Not even future decks. So, yeah. Whenever a source of opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. That's not that relevant. Can't recall what Incubate does. I think it just makes artifact tokens that are not actually creatures. Playable, not fantastic. Like, this is so irrelevant. like early game, all my opponents are doing are setting up. They're not attacking. Nobody plays a tiny ping deck ever. They're throwing down with big creatures and enormous spells. So yeah. Yeah, it costs 2. That's what I thought. Enter the battlefield artifact effect. Yeah. Oh wait, I missed that. Transform all incubator tokens. Blatantly missed that. Okay, so it's way better than I thought. So I guess the whole point is to spam out 5 tokens that have 10 power, and then the next turn we get +1 and gain double strike. So yeah, that's a lot. That's 30 damage. Okay, I misread this insanely overpowered card. Yeah, 13 damage. You only have to sack 3 other creatures too, which is not difficult in a deck focused around getting tokens. Super easy. 1/1 Saproling. Free graveyard return for these colors. Well, not free, but human base flashback. It's not bad, it's not good. It's just kind of there. This was kind of ridiculous. Goro. Creating 5/5 dragons based on haste effects. That was pretty crazy, honestly. All they have to do is hit, and I'll have to read this. 1 or more creatures you control, and if it's turn, deal combat damage to a player. Create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token flying. So I guess you get 1, but that's still really good. everything would have like flying, menace, unblockable, or haste. So, and if it doesn't, you can pay 2 to give it haste. So let's just look that up and gather for 2 seconds. Okay. I don't know. Either way, it's like, here's your 5/5. As long as your creature had haste. So it's stupid powered up for a 3-drop. Situational, but whatever. What do we got here? Vigilance, lifelink, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent, activate only during your turn. Probably worth it, honestly, if I was playing these colors, just because it has built-in lifelink already. Like, so you're losing 3 life. Who cares about 3 life? As a commander, though, not worth it. Super not worth it. Power level way too low. In fact, I haven't added another high level power commander here yet. So mana ramp commander, another mana ramp commander, Frodo for win the game, legendary attack. That was pretty crazy, actually. Now that I'm thinking about that, that one was probably the craziest. Way crazier than just exile and creature. Which you would probably play that night in that deck. And that really does fit my whole turbo haste idea really well. Yeah, and you're casting it, so there's that. Okay, I'm back. I know I've seen this card before. Spells start with the mana cost, the alternative cost, main cost. Then apply cost reductions, such as this guy. Total cost is locked in before costs are paid. The mana value of spell is determined only by its mana cost, no matter the total cost to cast. Okay. First ability, only generic mana cost, can't reduce colored mana. Each creature you control, plus counter on it, so it could be like -2 for himself or something, so he costs 4. Then creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So creatures could be like -2 most of the time. It's definitely decent. I don't know about excessively playable, but this is decent. So I feel like you could look at this as like a -2 most of the time. Vigilance. Create a night creature token with vigilance. Don't care. Tap X, untap knights you control, destroy target creature with power X or less. Well, eh. No. There's Battlefield with 5 counters on it, and the creature control dies. If it has a counter on it, put this on each creature control that has another creature control dies. If it had a +++ counter on it, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control that has a +1/+1 counter on it. Some weird stuff. Okay, well, rather not. I'd rather not just mess around with tricks and triggers when I can just throw down power, like, yeah, let's see, Pia, nope, no, they just remade Krenko over and over and over again, haven't they? Attacks, put a +++ counter on it, then create a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. I don't even know what set that is, but it's kind of crazy. They just keep making Krenko over and over again. I mean, you're spamming goblin tokens really hard. I mean, minimally you get 1. If you can pump it, you get more. So you probably can pump it. Well, oh, I didn't recognize the picture. Yep, I've seen that, Krenko. 2 main new pictures. Turbo Haste guy or Mass Blink? Triggers on attack. You get 2 goblins, so attacks, put +++ counter on it, and then create a number of 1 goblin creature tokens with such power. So it literally attacks. You get 2, and there's no real downside. And I guess you would play Enter the Battlefield Perforos for Krenko. Or you can play Goblins. But this is definitely like the level of token creation you need in that type of deck. Yeah, I've got Felden, whatever. I guess PNLR, whatever, for 2 Thopters. Yeah. Whenever another creature dies, or creature is put in your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield. Okay, yep. Or a creature leaves your graveyard. Oh wow, okay. The Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Sure. So I guess that's this. So yeah. I would have to look up the ruling on tokens. I know they get the dies effect. I don't know if they get an automatic leave the graveyard effect, though. Because they cease to exist when they hit the graveyard, as far as I understand. So sack 3 tokens, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyards. I feel like that's super not worth it. Sack 3 creatures, draw 2 cards, sort of. It's, yeah, I don't know about that. Eight zombies. Yeah, I'm not gonna have this much mana ever. 10 mana. That seems nope, like a nope. So as Ward 2, you get to draw a card. Macaeus the Luminarch. What? So, whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 white human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. So, it's a free token on every attack. So, you get 1. I suppose you'd have to like double your attacks to make this worthwhile. Definitely playable card. It only costs 3, which seems more and more expensive these days considering the pace of the game I play. Because you have to react really early in games these days. Oh, yeah. Flying Vigilance. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, deals that much damage to target opponent. This was the +1/+1 commander that I remember seeing, and I was like, wow, that's ridiculous. Because it actually deals damage from the counters. And that is a huge consideration. And it costs 4. So I guess you're probably playing it after, later in the game. Maybe turn 5 even. Like, turn 5, you play that. Or maybe you have something that puts counters on turn 3, but either way, that's going to be a lot of damage. Let's see if that makes the cut. The power level is technically low, even as a commander, because it has no recourse on anything. Saint Draft, and so it's a tap untap effect, and you get 3 tokens. Convoke based. Huh. Too bad it's not the same color pattern as this. I wonder what happens if you just keep tapping it. Is it just does it go nuts? Nothing happens. Alright. So no infinite combo. Yeah, I don't see that as a commander. It's good if you're playing tokens, but you have to have a way to untap it. Just attacking isn't good enough. I mean, this is pretty broken. Let's be real. Whenever you cast your first spell during each of your turns, which I hate this wording. I guess it's not during your opponent's turn, but I think this is only for extra turns, the way this is worded. Exile the top card of target opponent's library and create a treasure token. You may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost if it's a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, you may cast it this turn. So the weird thing is, I'm already playing Ragavan, I'm already playing blue, I'm already doing this. Just not playing green. But let's say you throw this down turn 4. You exile the top card of their library. You get a treasure token. If it costs 1, let's say you only have the treasure token. So if it costs 1 or less, it's free. You probably have other artifacts. Probably 3. I'm gonna say 3. I don't know. The cost restriction is kind of killing me on this, but it's obviously way overpowered. Like, you can get that rolling along. It's ridiculous. Well, I think I need a break. So let's pause here and, well, not pause. Let's stop here. Let's stop here. It's been an hour. Need a break. So let's save our deck. And how many cards we got now? 58. Couple duplicates. Alright, 57. Commander cut wise, I don't know. Not many. Anyway, I'll be back maybe later today or different day, but we're on video 6 at this point. And hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, share, and subscribe. This has been Matthew over Channel 35, H&D, whoosh, the hand. See you later. Bye.